Okay, this is the last part of PowerPoint 6.2. This is inverse norm. Prior to this, the problems, they gave you an X, which is equivalent to a Z-score. You went to the table on the left-hand column and the right on the top row, and you matched them up, and you found an area in the body of the table. Well, things have changed. Instead of giving you a X or a Z-score, now I give you the area, which is a probability. You got to find the correct X or Z score. All right. Looking at we're working with what's called an inverse normal. All right. So here's the first example. It says find a score that represents the 95th percentile. Well, you have the benefit of having a diagram. You would have to draw a diagram. All right. Now you got to remember that the 95th percentile means that your Z or X score was better than 95% of everybody else. In a normal, standard normal, the mean and the median are one and the same. All right, so this represents this line. If I were to draw it 50% to the left and 50% to the right, so the 95th percentile is obviously to the right of this zero. It's it's more than 50%. This is 50% here, and then the rest on the other side. All right, so it's going to be a positive number. All right, and the fact that this is 5% is kind of meaningless. What you're looking for is that Z-score. So you're interested in to calculate this as the area that's to the left, which is 0.95, 95th percent. Now, if I go to my table, which, we're not going to be doing because it's just too many numbers and it gets to be, it's like going to the optometrist. All right, so interesting enough, we're looking up a value of 0.9500, which is halfway between these two values. It's a special value. If you follow this down, you find the Z or X score that's equivalent to 0.9500 is right there, 1.645. That's unusual. And what else is unusual, why we're not going to use the tables, is you're not going to find exact values a lot of times. You're going to find values that are, close to one. And unlike the Price is Right, where you need to be closest to, but not going over. Well, you're looking up Z scores or areas here. You got to find the number that's closest to. All right, so it could be conceivably over. So that makes it a little challenging. All right, so looking up, he told me that the X or Z, the Z score that was equivalent with 0.9500 was 1.645. All right, that's the score that represents the 95th percentile. All right. Now, just as before, what's going to happen here is you're going to see these videos. They will not play inside of this PowerPoint. All right. So what you got to do is stop the video, open up the actual PowerPoint, click on it, and it'll go out to YouTube. You can maximize the screen. So I got quite a few videos. They will not play within this video of a PowerPoint. All right, here we're looking for the Z score that represents the bottom 2.5% bottom, which is to the left, and then the top. What I would do is, if you look at this, you see these areas are very similar. Well, yeah, because of the symmetry. If you know that area, you're also going to know, well, if this is area is 0.025, if you know that's Z score, which is negative, this guy here is going to be exactly the same, but it's going to be positive. All right. Notice one is positive, excuse me, and then one is negative here, the symmetry. All right, so what I would do is I would go to my table, look up negative 1.16 on my Z score, make sure I'm on my negative table, and I would have located the area of 0.025, and it would give me an answer equating to a negative 1.96. And then I would really know that this guy here is also 1.96. If I couldn't figure that out, I got to be thinking to myself, hey, the area that's associated with this Z score is from here to the left. So if that's 0.025, this little section in pink, the area that's associated with that is from here back to there, which is 1 minus 0.025. If I entered 0.9, if I went looking for 0.9750 on my positive Z scores, he'd come back with a positive 1.96. All right, there it is right here. But here again, we're not going to be bothered. It's exact. There's point 0250, and then I would go back negative 1.9. I would add the 0.06. That's where I'm getting the negative 1.96. But I'm not going to bring you through all this because it's just too many numbers here, and the calculator does a fine job. Even when we get to non-standard normal, the calculator will understand what to do. All right, so there's the same slide again, and show me how the TI-83 can make this life easier. We're going to use the inverse norm. We're going to go to second function bars, come down to inverse norm, put in the area, put in the mean, and put in the standard deviation. And that's going to be it. So this video, this one here again, won't show in this video. You got to go out to the PowerPoint, the actual PowerPoint, and it'll play. What I did here is the same example. Here I'm using the 83. Interesting about the 83, if you don't give it a mean and a standard deviation, all right, it thinks it's 0 and 1. So this is the 83. All I had to do is give it the area here. He came back with a correct answer. The area from here all the way back, which is associated with this value. All right, so I didn't have to put in a mean or a standard deviation because I'm using the 83. That's probably the only benefit of the 83. The 84 prompts you, but you got to remember area first, followed by mean, followed by standard deviation. 83 people separate them, each of those values with a comma. All right, so there's 4 examples. And what I do is I go through each and every one. Please don't park your brain here. The area that's associated with that z-score is not this guy here. It's to the left. That's why I'm subtracting. The area that's associated with this z-score is from this vertical line to the left. He tells me this. That's great, but I got to do some subtraction to find the area that I'm interested in that's associated with that. So I got 4 videos that walk you through that. Here again, play them outside, play them in the outside, play them in the PowerPoint. That's 16, and this will get here eventually. And these are the 4 answers done pencil and paper, just so you can see where the using the calculator gives you the exact same answers without having to go to the body of the table, do any subtraction. The calculator bails you out.